hallene med den der firkanten der skal containeren. Ja. Det er rørene og det som ligger der. Det kan være at det kan flyge litt grann her. Ja. Ja. Så er det bare å sette seg rett med siden her. That was fine. Okie dokie. Oh, this is a cool place to fly. Då var jag på här. Det är bra det. Okay. So today we are flying with the 21 meter. We are transporting some of these pallets in this container and a mini excavator up until to a new cabin in the woods, or to an existing cabin in the woods. Let's go check the sling. Alright, so sling is operational. Our sling window. Good test. So we're gonna first will be the big bag that he's walking towards, the orange one, and then it's gonna be a pallet in addition. Oop, too far to the right. Not enough friction. There we go. A little bit. It's 21 off the ground. Very downwind here. We can do it. So the bag is going to lift first. Try to center that over there or below it. Like so. And then the bag the pallet rather. Comes 500 kilos, plenty of power. So on this first leg, I'm gonna establish some minimum altitudes during on the route. I want to come in approximately the same way as we did for the high recon when we just dropped him off. Use a lot more power here. With the heavy shit, I might have to go over here. Probably. Okay, so this is going to be the high point on the route. So I check my altimeter. 25 or 2600, and I look down and I got at least 20 meters from the load up to the down to the ground. So keep 2,620-ish. I'm going to keep that as we get around the bend here, and then start descending towards our destination, which is just by that water. Ok, da kommer jeg med den pallen og den storsekken. Det var den pallen med var det sement eller mørtel oppi med den grå presenninga. $2,500 here gives me a pretty good approach angle. One. $2,540. It's fine. Gonna go for like 60, between 60 and 70 knots first. There's quite a lot of descent here, so the long line does travel up towards the tail a little bit. Approach 1800.
Ja, bare ta skuffen og først nå den mens vi er i gang med det dette.
Ja, jeg bare tar hva som helst egentlig. Shovels for the mini excavator.
Jeg mangler for så vidt 2 stropper for å ha nok til alt det.
Det er mottatt. I just go with 2,600, that's fine. Da det skuffene til gaveren. 2,500-ish. Alright. So now I'm starting to see what 2,500 feet looks like, so I can start to rely more on just the outside references. Again, about 60, like 65 knots, that seems to be fine on the descent here. Now it's going to be the multi-blocks, or they're like hollow concrete blocks built made for like building foundations, and you just pour concrete into them. So crossing the road at 1680. Give the speed up. Wrong side, boy. Get recentered. I'm gonna pull it out towards the back here. 900 kilos. Yeah, plenty of power. So 900 was about 9 on the FLI with 40% fuel. So then if I wait about using up, so I use 20 more percent, that's about, what is that, 45 kilos per 10%, so that's another 90 kilos. So when I'm at 20%, I should be able to lift what this weighs plus 90 because of the fuel spent. Overall, yeah, this might be a smoother approach, or a smoother route to fly anyways, because I don't have to climb as much right away. Use less power. Da det multiblock. A little bit slower on the approach on this one. Looks like I'm pretty much straight into wind according to that level of water there. Same again, aim for 65 knots on the descent. crossing the road, I got like a stone out there that I see. So getting level with that stone will give me a kind of the right approach indicator now, so that I don't have to rely so much on the altimeter. Left pedal turn, or correction, left torque turn when I lift it. Straight up, good lift. Torque it around. Cycling for speed. Keeps the power. Positive climb. Just keep the power here. $2,550 gives me clearance over here. I can check, double check, at least 10 meters off the ground with a load at 2,550 or 2,580 rather. Ja, now multiblokk. Slow down the speed a little bit. Use plenty of power early. Bit fast. When I'm flying routes like this with a descent, it's very hard for you to see, but there, I can see the hook at the top of my at the top of the mirror, and I like to keep it like right at the top third. Any higher than that, if you get a wind gust, it goes out of the mirror or out of sight, which is kind of uncomfortable.
Hvis du får 2 i returen, og når han har tid, så kan jeg få stoppe den med sement også.
Ja, copy. Good lift. Torque turn, cycling for speed. Okay, increase a little bit power. That turn went a little bit too fast, but I still had positive rate of climb so that I could stop the power or stop the rotation with a reduction of collective. fått med 2 stropper som du er klar i retur. Da har vi nok til alt. Så kan jeg ta resten av stroppene mot slutten, eller? Ja. Gone to 480, that's good. Use power. Little bit on the faster side of that approach there. A little bit too much descent, but got it. Very good. Little high.
fortsetter med de blokkene, så blir det sement på den neste, hvis ikke den er for tung da.
Ja, den er grei. Also, while lifting heavy, it's very helpful to try to keep your cycle completely still, because the more you're moving the rotor around, the more lift you're wasting to the side. So the only way you want to really go is up. So keeping it still usually helps a lot. I can't think of an example where that wouldn't help. Da var det siste med multiblock. Bring it back down to 2,500. A little bit low. When delivering loads to like terrain like this, that grassy, wet, those marsh types of terrain, it's very hard to see where the ground is hard and where it's soft, where it can sink through from the air. So usually be careful with lowering it down until you see that it can carry its full weight standing upright before you let go of the slings. But sometimes people get a little eager with giving the sign for cut, and if you follow their instructions, it may tip over. But always watch that your sling is unloaded before you let it go. See here, what do we got here? Got some cement. Supposed to be one of the heavier ones. Big lift. Yeah, 1100. So be good with the cyclic here now. Get lots of speed. Keep the power. Keep the power. Increase the power a little bit actually. We have rate of climb. Good rate of climb. Close to 1,200 kilos. Well, I wasn't close to 12, it was about 1,100, I think. Obviously this thing here is going to show whatever the weight the hook is feeling. So if you're in a turn and the load is G-loaded, that's still going to show up here. Alright, so 1,100 is fine. We know that much now. Still going to do the approach from the same spot, 2,500 here. Like I did with all the previous loads now. But I'm going to slow it down just a tad. Because I'm flying blind, or he's down here somewhere when I'm on the approach, so I can't see where he's standing, because I want to keep the helicopter in the wind as much as possible. So just a little bit slower in case he moves or something. Ok, da var det den pallen med sement. $2,500. Alright, just next to the box I just put down. Get the descent going. Let's stop it early. There's plenty of power early. We are 9.5 on the FLI, right about, in a hover. So this is also a time where it's very beneficial to just keep it moving until you're right over the spot like this, and setting it down without having to stop in a hover. I think I missed it by a meter where he was pointing. Which, I guess it's fine. He gave me the sign for cut, so I guess he's happy. Alright, we are getting into, we have 150 liters left with fuel. That's 30%. I want to be on the ground with between 70 and 80 liters. Try not to go lower than that. Six bags. Guess cycling's jamming up a little bit to the front right. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, cycling. Heavy bags. Keep the power. We got speed. Increased power a little bit, up to 9.5-ish. So this was about 1160, I believe.
Tror du klarer alle de 5 neste sekkene før vi skal ta de 2 siste tunge?
Nei, det tror jeg ikke. Da har jeg 145 liter.
Ja, så bare gjør du beskjed hva du vil ha når du skal begynne med tung.
Ja, det er ganske tungt. Det her veide nesten 1200 kilo på den strekken her.
Såpass mye.
So, heaviest load until now. Då är det säcken, första säcken. Right next to the pallet I just put down. Again here, try to aim as well as possible early, so that you get a nice gradient descent where you don't have to stop in a hover. A little bit high maybe. Oh, he moved. Oh, there he is. I can't stop this descent here. I could stop it. Barely stop it. Yeah, I think I could have gone a little bit slower at the very end there to not get that uncomfortable collective increase, power increase. Too fast. 141. I think it was 150 last time we were here, so about 10 liters per round. So 4, 5. Gonna have to have a fuel stop later. Yeah, that approach. Little high. Heavy ass bags. 1160. Cyclic for speed. Keep the power. Look at it very closely. We have a positive rate of climb. Keep that speed going. The faster you go, the more left pedal you're going to have to use to keep the helicopter in trim, which is of course good because you're flying faster. Helicopter's more efficient, and you're decreasing the pitch on the tail rotor, so you're decreasing the torque in the system, so that frees up more power for your collective for the main rotor. Ooh, windy.
Zero decimal 65 Gracia 9481, bye.
Alright, gonna use a lot of power now. Increase the speed a little bit here. Yeah, this is a better approach. Wind's picked up just a little bit. Yeah, 130. Yeah, 10 liters per lap. When we get down to 110, I'm gonna take the mini excavator, and then we'll be back with between 90 and 100 liters for the heaviest one that I assume is the heaviest one is the cargo container. Too high this time. So a little bit more to the right. Such a fucking terrible approach. Are you kidding me? Cyclic, keep the power. Alright, so I try to do the same thing with the... fuck man, I thought that was a bird. Little mimic fly. Move position a little bit. Okay, I see a boy. Okay, get down a little bit lower and then continue the moving forward. Alright, so one more bag and then we're gonna do the two heavier loads. I'm probably gonna plan for a quick...
Du får fortsette med begge?
Ja, ta en bag til, og så blir det de to tyngste. One quick hot fuel. Alright, before we do the last couple of bags. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is not good. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? I think my approach, for me anyways, that's probably what it is. My approach is too shallow towards the end. A little bit too fast, maybe. Ok, da er den sekken kommer med igjen, og etter denne gangen så tar jeg opp minigraveren. Alright, down a little bit. Shake it straight through. Great access for me. It's 10. Alright, so now we're going to do the mini excavator. Ja, jeg antar de resterende stekkene skal på de røde X-ene.
Ja, riktig.
Den er good, da får du minigraver nå.
Vil du ha minigraveren før den kassen, holdt på seg?
Ja, prøv på det.
Jeg tror jeg dyttet litt i den og hele greien vugger jo frem og tilbake, så jeg tror ikke den er så tung den der kassen. Container heter det, satan.
Ja, jeg har nå 10 liter nå uansett, så hvis det ikke går nå, så ryker den. Ja, så går det ikke. Okay, so I did the same thing. I just stopped earlier, but I kept talking on the approach there. Alright, so I assume this is going to be at least 1,100 kilos, probably closer to 12, but right now that should not be a problem today. So I'm just going to go up on the hind legs first, get a position. 1150. Power is probably, or not probably, it's right at the max. Decrease to stop the turn, get speed.
Han gjorde relativt feil den.
Ja, han har fint etter.
Kanskje en 30 cm forskjell fra fremme og bak på beltene. Skal du rett på containeren eller fuel?
Jeg er rett på containeren etterpå, og så tar jeg se om jeg rekker eventuelt en sekk eller 2 til etterpå. Da er 3 sekk igjen, eller?
2.
Åh, irriterende close her.
Go for it. Hvor mye veide graveren?
11,60 når jeg løfter den. 1250 climb her da. Alright, so the bag is about the mini excavator is about the same weight as the bags, so I have a good indication of how I can do my approach. Då var det minigraver. Losing ETL. Lie down on the ETL vibrations. A little high. So use plenty of power now to stop it. Then I'm going to go slowly down. Keep the cyclic as still as possible to not waste any lift. Ooh, little wind. Yeah, I came in a little bit high. So I just stopped the descent of it pretty much, and then did the last part a little on the slow side, but I mean it's maybe between 5 and 10 seconds lost. We have 3 lifts left. I don't want to land with less than 70 kilos, 70 liters. So this is one of those annoying situations where should you fuel or should you not? But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that because in case he messes up with the radio or some of the straps or because one of the slings are missing, or there's just like a bunch of shit that can happen that would make us land with less than 70. Landing with less than 70 would not technically be dangerous. I think you get the fuel light at about 65 liters, and then you don't want to fly with any lights. At least I don't want to fly with any lights. Alright. So, not that heavy, 1140. But some of that might also be from the downwash of the helicopter. Because there's not very much wind where we pick in.
Ja, nu är det tusen där nog.
1150. That is one of the reasons this container is one of the reasons I went for a 21 meter line today. Because the wind force from the rotor down onto this big flat object is it can be quite significant, especially when I'm going from a low to a high place. There's a little bit more wind on the delivery place, it seems, but just a tiny bit. Jag har gonna be the fuel etterpå. I'm not even gonna be close to being able to make the last 2 bags, so that's kind of nice. It's nice when people or when decisions are made for you.
Sa du noe?
Nei, da var det container. Så er det bare å rotere den. Nei, jeg vet hvordan vei han skal ha nå, så da kan jeg bare senke den da han har riktig orientering. Stop the sample a little bit more. 9.5 on the FLI. A little bit blind here. Of course, there's next to a big rock. Did not see that actually. Du må være med og ta, ja. He's not going to get that, so I'm just going to do it for him. Stop it over here. That might have been a good decision on his part. It's quite heavy, so moving it is, or touching it when it's rotating fast is not the smartest thing to do. A little bit more forward, maybe. Ok, da stender det 2 sekker igjen der nede, men jeg må bare lande og ha på litt mer drivstoff, og så kommer jeg opp om en 15 minutter med de 2 siste. Så ja, tar vi stoppene til jeg kan levere den siste sekken. Ja, svarte greier.
Tenker du kjøtte ned, eller bare ta det hot?
Jeg kan godt hotte, hvis du har lyst.
Ja da, ta det i gang.
About an hour.
De er vel bare på én nå. De veide vel ganske mye, de der.
Ja, en er plenty. Just gonna put on one of those fuel barrels, one of those blue ones. About 60 liters. So that's gonna put us at 140 total, which is fine for the weight. Fine for the weight of those big bags. Move your feet, boy! Use my mirror a little bit to see where I'm going. Alright. Just gonna shut the camera off while we wait for him to fuel up. It's gonna take about 10 minutes-ish. Alright, see you in a bit. Alrighty. We're back. We have some more fuel, 145 liters, which is about what we guesstimated before fueling. But so there's a little bit more than 60 liters in those cans. Alright, so 2 more bags. Our direction of travel is that way. Change the local frequency here, just in case. Start. Go like that when controls are clear.
Nå ligger I bagasjerommet, by the way.
Copy. Hasty pickup. Alright, so our direction of travel is 90 degrees to my left right now. So that's the way I'm going to be stood when I'm lifting the bags, to allow for torque turn towards the left, and just gives us a few extra percent of power. Just got it. Okay, it's hooked, so turn 90 degrees away from, or to the right of the direction of travel. It's heavy. Alright, so start moving, cycling to gain airspeed, keep the power. Actually, use a little bit of left pedal now. That'll make give us even more available power here. And then keep the power, keep gaining airspeed.
Heading for Arendal, southwest on, southeast on.
Alright, so remember that I put on some extra fuel now on the approach, so take it nice and easy. Alright, da var vi I gang igjen. Da kommer jeg med ANS siste dekk. And he marked up the X's for me, of course, I forgot about that. Alright, using power to stop the rate of descent. Looks good. So just drop these off at where we landed before coming in with the hook.
Släpper du in och tänder?
Yep.
Good brain.
Oh, there they are. Alright, do the same again. 90 degrees. Nose 90 degrees to the right of our direction of travel. Keeping our cyclic super steady. And still. Little bit off center. We are on max power pretty much. Cycling for power. Cycling for speed rather. Keep the power. Establish climb. Alright, now just too much speed here. I'm going to increase the power. So this is the last load. After this one, I'm just going to wait for him to hook the radial onto the cage of the cargo hook. Ok, da det siste løftet som kommer, siste sekken, så da venter jeg bare til du har hekta på radioen oppi den oransje posen, på buret, på selve krogen. Ja. Så da takk for I dag, bra jobba. A little bit low actually, a little bit fast and low, so slow it down. Barely touched the ground there. Fuck. Yeah, it's not the prettiest. Okie dokie. So that was the last load. And last one, a good one. Ah, it's too slow already. Shit. Go down straight up top. He wants to move like he's doing. Anyways, it went okay. Alright, see you next time.